Good morning and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here. And today is Thursday. On Thursdays, we have an interactive tarot reading in which we do a chakra review. So we look at our seven major chakras and what is the tarot telling us, right? What are the messages from spirit um, that have to do with our seven chakras and how they influence our energy and our life at this time? All right, so we have three very different decks today, right? We have the Angel Tarot here. I'm gonna put this so you see the back of it. Then we have the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, right? That is this middle one. And then we have the Tarot of Light. And the Tarot of Light is one of my newest decks. And it is, I find it very special. Well, the three of them are beautiful, are very different in sizes, different in textures that you feel. And also, this first one can be a little bit like an oracle because although it's a tarot deck, it has, you'll see a little bit of writing. So, very different decks. They are three tarot decks, but they are very different. And we have the blue fairy, the yellow fairy, and the purple fairy. So we are going to start, and I always advise that you are in a place where you're going to feel relaxed, where if preferably you're going to be undisturbed so you can focus on the video and connect with the energy here. And we start by grounding our energy, right? So we ground, we can think that there are big roots growing at the end of our feet and connecting to the center of the earth, just as if we were earthing outside, right? So connecting with the energy of the earth, right? And letting go of any extra tension, energy that is more dense and darker, and just putting it in the earth, like those roots are letting go of everything, right? And then we connect with our center. I sometimes put the hands over my heart chakra, right at the center, or one at the heart chakra and one around the solar plexus, between the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, and just find my center so I can be in the present moment, right? We can also roll those shoulders back and move gently the neck from side to side, front to back. And now we take a deep inhale together to connect with our breath. Inhale through the nose, hold, and exhale. Elongating that exhale, doubling the time of the exhale than the inhale. All right. And then feel all the tension go. Now, without thinking, just intuitively pick the deck or the color of the fairy that calls you intuitively. Ready? All right. Let's begin with the blue fairy and the blue deck. All right, and this is, as I told you, sorry, I just moved the camera a little bit. This is that Angel Tarot deck, right? Bear with me. Well, I adjust the camera for a second. All right, right there. All right, and this chakra reading is big because it is a spread of 7 cards, but we honor, however, more cards want to come out, right? So this is a larger deck, and we're going to move it around, move the energy, although the space and the decks have been prepared before the video started, and we set the intention. Please give us guidance, advice, and insight by pulling a card for each major chakra at this time. We ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right, so let's begin. All right, we have our crown chakra right there. We're gonna have to move things around because these cards are so big that I just want to make sure they fit well. All right, we have the crown chakra. Now let's look at that third eye chakra and the throat one. Whoops, this one put here. And then we have the bridge between the upper chakras and the lower chakras. That's the heart chakra. Then we look at solar plexus. Oh, and here more than one wanted to come out. As I told you, we try to honor all the cards that want to come out, right? Now we're going to look at the sacral chakra. And also more, oh, 3 cards came out here. I'm going to put them like, hold on, in order as they came out. And now we are going to look at the last one, that it is our root chakra. All right, one. So these chakra readings are always a bit longer. There are more cards that come out than our regular spreads. So let's get started. And we have a release for our crown chakra, right? This is Major Arcana 13. And as I told you, this card is a tarot, this deck is a tarot deck, but it's also a little bit of an oracle, right? Because it's, so here instead of Major Arcana 13 being called the death card, it is Release Archangel Azrael. And it says the end of a phase or situation, a spiritual transformation, and time to move on. And it is what the major arcana is mostly about, right? But what is this card? What's the spirit of this card telling us about our crown chakra, the energy read around our crown chakra, and also the advice, right? So it is, it's not that it's telling us that there is some type of blockage around our crown chakra. To the contrary, it comes with that, I think it's more of a protective type of advice, telling you that there are things in your life that need to be released, that need to be let go of, that you need to understand that they have run its course in your life. Excuse me. And it's time to pass the page, right? To close a chapter, right? This is also, it's not only a card of release, but Major Arcana 13, it's a card of transformation because we're talking about the death card here, right? And death is the end of something, but it's also the beginning of something else, right? So here it's very important for you to if it was a question, right? What do you feel deep down that it has run its course in your life? What do you sense that you need to release from your life, right? And these could be different things. It could be a person in your life that they are uh, bringing you down. Mostly they're bringing your energy down, that the type of relationship you have with them has run its course. Or could be a job, right, as well, that it's time to move on from it. Or it could be a habit, a way of thinking, right? So if I ask you right now, what do you feel in your core that needs to be released, need to be let go of? You need to let it die in order for something else to come, right? Now, our third eye chakra, and this is our intuition, right? And we got the King of Water, and this would be the King of Cups in regular tarot. And it says trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. And the sentence that comes with it is open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work, right? So let's look at this King of Cups in relation to our third eye chakra. So, the third eye chakra is we go from spirituality to intuition, right? And the King of Cups, right, is this more of a masculine energy, more detached, practical, logical, right? And it is also emotional and intuitive, right? So it mixes both things. And the King of Cups right now would tell you right now the energy around your third eye chakra um, has is bringing a lot of intuitive messages, right? And it is up to you, right? They would say this king is it up to you to use also discernment about it, right? Make sure that you differentiate the messages that you're getting. Make sure that you're managing your intuition in the sense of like, what intuitive nudges are you getting, and which ones are something just to observe and take a step back, or which ones you need to act on, right? So very important to learn to discern what intuitive messages right now you need to act upon, or which ones you need to observe. And then we have the throat chakra. And who answers the call? It is the Queen of Earth, right? And this would be the Queen of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And this is thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. And it says, make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Yes. So let's see this Queen of Pentacles, what advice gives us and what it tells us about our throat chakra. Our throat chakra responsible for the energy around our communication and how we express ourselves. And this Queen and the earth element it's very grounded. So you go from the masculine energy of the king to the divine feminine of the queen, but is a queen that is grounded, right? That is it's not only practical, right, as well, but she's grounded. She tends to everything that's in the physical aspects of life, right? So, for example, she would be the type of energy that takes very good care of her house, of the practical aspects that need to be done, paying the bills, taking care of others, right, in a very grounded and practical way. So this queen is telling us that the energy is reading the energy around our throat chakra this time um, is one where mm, I was gonna say logic, but more than logic, that the things that you express and the conversations you need to have um, are around the aspects of life that are yes, practical, right, or grounded. So very looking at things that need to be done or things that you need help with, right? Things that need to be not only done, but that need to be taken care of, right? So, for example, being able to express if you need help with any particular area of your life, right? So let's say you need help with something that has to be done to your house, or that's something that has to be done to your car. Perhaps picking up your children from school, running an errand, right? So being able to feel open on asking for help, right? So not wanting to do it all alone and to run empty of energy, but be able to ask for help if you need it, and also express when something is too much for you. All right, so let's look at these three cards together, the three top chakras. We crown, third eye, and throat chakra. So the message here would be the following. It's time to let go of something, to release, right? Something needs to die in order to be transformed so something else can come in. Now, when I say something needs to die, think about it this way. Sometimes we try to keep alive things that really have run its course. So, anything that doesn't serve you, anything that's not good for you, that could be any habits, any things that you do in your regular life, situations, people, jobs. There is a call for something to be released and for you to let it go of your life because it is an energy of transformation, right? Important to discern the intuitive messages, not just that you're getting at this time. And there are some that are just to be observed, and there are others that ask for you to do something about it. So have the wisdom at this time of saying, okay, I'm getting a sense of this, my intuition tells me this. Should I act now? Or should I just observe? So, this King of Water says, learn to manage your intuition by really using that discernment of what you need to act upon and what it is time to observe. And the Queen of Earth, or that Queen of Pentacles, is telling you that expressing when you need help, it's not about expressing your emotions right now. It is about learning how to express when you need help, when something needs to be done, when you don't have the time. So delegate. Don't try to do everything yourself. Be able to tell somebody, I need help here. Could you please do this? So the logic or the practical things in life that one needs to do, and sometimes there is no time or energy for it. So try to find somebody who can help you or assist you right now. And if you're telling me, well, I don't know who to ask for help, then if it's not somebody that you can ask for help, that is close to you, or they don't, also try to see if there is a business around you that can assist you. There are a lot of housekeepers, errand runners, people that can assist with different things. Perhaps it's time to make a call and get your groceries delivered instead of going to get them yourself. So this is all about delegating and asking for help with the things that need to be done and not doing them all by yourself. Now, let's look at that heart chakra, and this is the bridge between the upper and the lower chakras. And who do we have? We have another king, and this is the king of air, that would be the king of swords. And let's say what these type of oracle messages that come in these cards tell us. Brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. Very interesting that this is what it says for this card. So, the King of Swords is, again, it's more of a masculine energy. So we went masculine energy, feminine energy, and masculine energy again. So it's more of a logic, left hemisphere of the brain type of thinking, right? And then you have also air, that it is swords, that it is our thoughts and communication. And it's interesting that this king is here in the heart chakra, right? Because it is a king that that would say it's all about thoughts, right? The intellect and communication. And he is very good at communicating. But this king in the heart chakra, that it is that center of love, right? That energy center of love is telling you to I don't want to say be careful, but it's warning you about thinking too much about things that need to be felt, not thought. All right. So let's look at this. Things that need to be, or areas that need to be felt and not thought. Right. So there are sometimes both things, our intellectual abilities, our abilities to think, and our feelings, our emotions, they are both important for our life as well as our intuition, right? But there has to be a difference when there are things that need to be approached with the head, with a cold head, or things or areas that need to be approached with a warm heart. So right now, this king is telling you. Um, there are areas in your life that need to be approached with a cold head, right? And there are other areas that need to be approached with a warm heart. But this king is telling you, do not let your emotional side, that it is that energy center of the heart, um, make a fool out of you, in a sense, right? So try to use also discernment here, like we were using with the intuition. But here, when it comes to, yes, there are people that need help, there are areas that need that warm heart of yours, but that there are others that need that discernment and that cold head to say, um, this is, do not, it is more using it so you do not let anybody manipulate you through your emotions. This is what this king is. I'm trying to put it in a way that is softer. But yes, you have a warm heart, and those are the emotions. Use them for some areas of your life. But others, try to look with discernment, with a cold head, with detachment, so other people do not try to manipulate you through your emotions. That's why this king is here to say, use the logic, the practicality, that cold head to make sure nobody is manipulating you through your emotions. And now let's look at the, oops, let's move this around. Let's, oops, sorry, I'm moving everything because, as I said, this is a large spread, and my space is very limited. I'm very low tech. I think I told you in other videos. I'm very low tech, so this YouTube video thing is new for me in the way I am setting up. So slowly but surely, I am learning more things about how to make sure I don't move the camera and things are in the right place. So bear with me while I grow in the technical way. All right, so for the solar plexus, who answers our call? We have the Queen of Air, that's the Queen of Swords again, and the Four of Air. So we have a lot of the swords or the air element. And who answers the call is this Queen, and the Four is supporting the message. So let's read the Queen. Independent, experience, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in a situation. So the Queen of Swords, right, is a queen that I admire a lot, and I like her a lot. I like all the queens we have in tarot. But interestingly, um, the Queen of Swords is somebody who I admire a lot because it's not that emotional queen like the Cups. It's not the practical queen of Earth, right, or Pentacles, and it's not the passionate Queen of Wands. It is a queen that observes, that thinks, that I just see her so smart. Honestly, I see her as like so smart, so able to be have strategy and think of solutions of the things that need to be done. So here we have her in the solar plexus. The solar plexus is our creativity, right? And it's also how confident we are. So it's that self-esteem area. So the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Swords, would tell you that right now, you know, it is about trusting and building your confidence more in order for you to achieve all those goals, or create the type of life that you want. So, and that confidence is by being independent. So, she would tell you, grow your independence, right? At this point. So, try to do things on your own, right? Um, and if you're somebody who says, oh, I already do things on my own, try to get out of your comfort zone and do alone something that you would not do. So, for a lot of people, I'm putting an example, they may go alone to the grocery store to run errands, right? Or to buy something. But a lot of people do not like to eat alone at a restaurant, right? And this queen, for example, in this situation would tell you, step out of your comfort zone, grow your independence, go sit, do not just get food and take it home or take it to your car to eat alone. Sit in a restaurant, sit in a public place alone, and that grows your independence. That if you don't want to go something to eat, start by with something small. Go get a coffee, and just instead of inviting someone else to get the coffee with you, or bringing or going through the drive-through or getting the coffee to go, sit somewhere by yourself, enjoying your own company and doing something out of your comfort zone. So, this is what the advice of this queen says, to grow not only your independence, but that confidence in yourself. And the Four of Air, right here we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is in regular tarot a card of rest, right? Of mental rest. And see what they wrote in the card. Time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision, and med- meditation may provide answers. Yes. So this is exactly what the Four of Swords means, right? So how is the Four of Swords supporting the message of our Queen of Swords, that is all about growing independence and self-confidence, as is here, and is saying, you know, just as you step out of your comfort zone, try to grow your independence, do things alone, also remember that it is okay to take time for yourself, right? So it, in the sense that there are a lot of people out there that need to be in constant interaction with others, right? They tend to be more extroverted. They get their energy from connecting with others. Then you have the introverts, the ones of us who need time alone to recharge. So, for those times when you are getting out of your comfort zone, if you are an extrovert, right, and you are already trying to do something alone, and but then feel the need to connect with others, yes, but also learn that it's okay and necessary to have quiet time for yourself, to not only rest, but to connect with your inner guidance, to connect with your intuition and your spirituality. So these cards say together, get out of your comfort zone, start being more independent, do something that you would not usually do on your own, and that will grow your confidence and your independence. And also give yourself permission to be alone, sit in silence, and rest, because that's how you connect with all the spiritual, intuitive aspects of you. And that can also help grow confidence and um, creativity, because we have it here in the solar plexus. Now let's go with the three cards from your sacral chakra, and we're going to start in order. So who answers our call? The Magician, Major Arcana, Double Knock, and what a beautiful card to get. And then the Three of Wands, the Three of Fire, and the Two of Air, more air. So we have the Magician, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Swords in traditional tarot. But who answers our call? The Magician. So Major Arcana and these two are supporting it. So let's read what it says. The magician, Archangel Raziel, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. I love that. Life is magical. Yes, it is. Life is magical. Not in the way we think of magic sometimes, but life is magical in and all in itself, because not only of the blessings we have, but how powerful we are. So we come from a creator that created us, however language or whatever language you want to use. You can call it God, the divine source, the divine spirit, or the great spirit, right? The universe. So there is an energy, a creator that created you, and you can call it however, goddess, God, universe, whatever spiritual or religious path you are following, you are welcome here, right? um, because I understand that sometimes it's the same thing called in a different ways. So you were created, and you have the ability to create as well. So you are a creator and a co-creator with the universe and with source. So the more we understand about the magic of life, and the abilities we have with our thoughts, with our words, with our actions, with our intention, with our emotions, all of that is like if these were ingredients that you put in a pot and stir them well, all that is the magic that makes things manifest. And we all possess this. So it's not that there are some people that have a magic that others not. There are some that we were given, or that they are given a gift, others are given another gift or another talent in life. But we all are able to manifest, create, right? Through our thoughts, actions, words, emotions, intention, right? So the magician is telling you here we have the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is also a chakra. It's very united to our solar plexus. These two are the ones that create. It is that fire, that passion, that other brain that we have. We have three brains, they call them. So our head, the actual brain, our heart, our emotional brain, and then we have in our belly what would be that gut instinct, that other brain we have. So these two chakras there. So you got the magician reminding you about putting everything in that pot, reminding you that you have the ability to make the life that you want and those goals and create. You have the ability to do it right now. So there is a momentum. So the magician is telling you to put all those ingredients I told you about, your thoughts, your actions, your words, your intention, and your emotions, align them all, right? Towards the things that you want. What is it that you want right now? What is the thing that truly lights up that fire in your belly right now? And remind yourself that you can do it. Put all those ingredients together, right? And it's supported also by the Three of Fire, and that's the Three of One. And this is a very positive card. Let's see what it reads. Abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long term plans. Yeah, the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands is the card of moving forward, right? Seeing everything that's a possibility and taking those first steps, growing, right? It comes from the Two of Wands that it's making decisions, and to the Three of Wands, to the Three of Fire, moving forward and growing. And it's next to the magician is telling you, move, look ahead at everything that is a possibility right now, and do not be afraid to take those steps forward. You can make it, right? Again, it is that reminding you of your power to manifest and to create, and how there is a big momentum, these cards are saying for you. And what's the Two of Air? That it is the Two of Swords, right? And here it says, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So, how do we put that together with all of this? So, the magician is telling us there is a big momentum for you to actually have the life that you want, right? You need just to put all those ingredients. Let's remember them: thoughts, actions, words, emotions, and intention all together. Now, the Three of Fire says, dream big, right? Look at all the opportunities in front of you. Look at everything that's possible and do not be afraid to move forward. And the Two of Swords says, get out of your head. Stop thinking so hard about what could go wrong, or I do not know what step to take. No, 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 no. Dream big. Remember that there is this momentum around you and take steps forward. Do not let some thoughts and limiting beliefs limit you at this time. Get out of your head. Look at all the possibilities. Be optimistic. Look at everything that's possible. Move forward and remember that you can do it, that there is a momentum around you. All right, very positive cards. Very, very positive. And now let's look at the root chakra. Who answers our call? We have the Queen of Water. Let's read what it says. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So yes, this is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups here in the root chakra is telling you to this queen is all about self-care too. That's something it didn't say here. Yes, it is about loving relationships and intuition in a way, but it's also about self-care. So our root chakra is that energy of security, when we feel secure in ourselves, and secure in what we can do. So here you had the magician telling you there is a momentum going for you to do things. And the Queen of Water is also saying, yes, but practice a lot of self care. So if you were in front of me right now, I would ask you, what does self care mean to you? How do you practice that self care? Do you go to the gym? Do you go for a walk? Do you watch your favorite TV show? You do a binge watch? Do you read a book? Do you spend time with some people that replenish you? Do you meditate, pray, right? Do yoga, whatever it is? How do you practice self care? Do more of that at this time. All right. So thank you for staying with me as these chakra readings are quite long. You got beautiful cards. I hope you liked your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. There may be somebody who benefits from it. So sharing is caring. And remember, if you want us to look at your particular situation, this is an interactive tarot, but it is a collective and general message. So if you want us to look at your particular situation, I offer private online sessions that can be done by video, phone call, or even chat. And I also offer pre-recorded readings. So there is something for everyone. The link is in the comments below. You can go to my website, my Gumroad storefront, or please reach out. I'm very happy to answer any questions and tell you how a session with me can be a good accompaniment as for you, whatever it is that you're going through. All right, now let's look at that yellow fairy. For those of you who picked also the yellow deck, we have them in color today. The blue deck, the blue fairy, and this yellow deck and the yellow fairy. All right, let's look at this deck for those of you who picked the yellow fairy. And this is a different type of deck as than the other one. I hope you like it. The imagery is very cute and the size is a little bit easier to manage. Let's set the intention and tell the cards what it is that we want at this time. Please give us guidance, insight, and advice towards our 7 major chakras. We ask in love, in light, for our highest good. All right, let's begin with 2 cards for the crown chakra. Now, third eye chakra. 2 cards again. We honor every card that wants to come out. And now we do the throat chakra. 1, heart chakra, solar plexus. Ooh, 2 cards wanted to jump out. Look at this. Up, la, up. Oh, when 2 cards jump out like this. All right. And moved everything. All right. Now, sacral chakra. Also more than 1 card. We have a lot of messages for you that picked the yellow fairy today. And the root chakra. And 1 here. All right, let's get started. Let's begin with what messages we have towards the crown chakra. That's our spirituality. We have the Hanged Man, and supporting it, the 5 of Cups. Major Arcana, major advice, and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is Major Arcana 12. It's all about looking at things in a different way and pausing. It is not about action at this time. And Major Arcana, as I say, major advice. And this is saying, spiritually, we're talking right now, we are in that crown chakra. And what this is saying, it is that there is an energy, a momentum around where you are being guided not to take any major decisions, not to rock the boat kind of thing, not to change things. It is a time for you to observe things around your life, right? This is a card that says right now it is a time to observe, to pause, to even change perspective, to even question things that you were sure about, right? So question things around maybe your beliefs, maybe things that looked one way, now start looking at them another way. So remember, pause, observe. It's not the time to make decisions. It is a time to get clarity through observing and changing your perspective even, right? Or questioning the things around. And how does the 5 of Cups support this? So the 5 of Cups, we have the energy of the 5 as well as the water element, that it is emotions, and that energy of the 5s tend to be within an instability, right? And the 5 of Cups shows someone sometimes that could be going through grief, that it is down because something emotionally is not going well, right? But if this card is giving us advice, right, it is telling us right now, do not focus on things that are not going well. It is what not to focus on, right? So we have the Hanged Man that is telling you, do not make any decisions, do not be impulsive, do not take action, rock the boat, or do anything right now. Pause. Take time to think things through, to look at things from another perspective, right? And also stop just thinking about the negative or about what doesn't work or what brings you sadness. Do not dwell in this space, right? Pause. Give yourself time to pause, time to heal from something emotional, maybe, but give yourself time. Do not let anybody rush you into anything, and try to heal anything that has you feeling down or challenge any negative thoughts. Do not stay in an energy of feeling down, or how do you say, um, entertaining thoughts and feelings that bring the entire energy down. Instead, really, it is a time for pause, for observance, for changing perspective, for not making decisions, and even if you want to add self care. So, just time to take it slow and easy on yourself. And this is what your spiritual energy is telling us right now in that crown chakra. And now we move into the third eye, and that's the Four of Wheels, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. But the Four of Wheels, the Four of Pentacles is answering the call, and the Ten of Cups is supporting it. And what is the Four of Pentacles telling us, right? The Four of Pentacles sometimes is this card of holding on to things. Uh, Maybe it could be even holding too tight, right? But the pentacles is the earth element, right? And now the Four of Pentacles here for our third eye chakra is asking, what is your intuition telling you that it's important to hold on to? What's important for you to hold on to, and what is important for you to let go of? But most important, focus on what you need to hold on to. So close your eyes for me for a second. All right, close your eyes, take a deep breath. And really, if I had you in front of me, or somebody was asking you, what's important to hold on to, right? What is important to make sure you are protecting? All right, is it money? Is it your home? Is it your health? Is it your relationships? What is important right now for you to protect and hold on to? So, this is when you do an exercise like this, closing your eyes and getting there, that's the answer of that third eye chakra that wants you to protect and hold on to something. But only you have the key, only you have the answer of what that is, because it could be different from anybody right now that picked this deck. So ask yourself, what do you need to hold on to and protect? And the Ten of Cups, that it is this beautiful card that says, oh, the cup is full, everything in life seems to be going well, right? It's usually a happy scenery, it just says right now. By holding on and protecting what's important to you, then you are going to feel fulfilled. So the energy around your third eye chakra, that intuition, is about protecting that what is most important to you. And by doing that, you will feel that life is functioning better, right? That their cup is filled, that things are better. So important so far, because we got already 4 cards. Pause, change perspective, do not focus on negative things, and what's your intuition telling you that you need to protect at this time. That, by getting clear on that, the energy will already be flowing better and it will be beneficial for you. Now, let's look at that third eye, we're going at the throat chakra. And who answers the call? The Chariot, another major arcana. And the Chariot, that movement, that action, that moving forward. Now, let me ask you another question, because here I told you to close your eyes. Now, if I had you in front of me, I would tell you, touch your neck, right? Here, where your throat chakra is, in the middle of your neck, right? What do you need to say? What is a conversation that has been stopped, or a conversation that needs to be had, or something that, when you're doing running errands, working, whatever it is, and there is a conversation that keeps coming in your head and playing around your head, that means there is something that you need to say, right? And the chariot tells you, go ahead, take action, say it. That thing that keeps dancing around your head whenever you're busy trying to do something else, that conversation that keeps coming back, you need to say something. You need to say something to someone. That could be talking to them, writing to them, texting to them, sending an email, whatever it is. Now, here is another thing. There are situations where the person that we want to say something to is not in our lives. Sometimes because sadly they are not in this physical realm anymore. Other times because we do not want them in our lives, or maybe they broke contact with us. So here the chariot still is telling you, advising you to have that conversation. So here are different ways in which you can have a conversation with someone that's not physically present, right? You go into meditation, right? And in that meditative state, you start visualizing, and you visualize the person in front of you, fully giving their attention, actively listening to everything you have to say, and then say what you need, express it, and express it in your visualization as if you had them in front of you. And you can even do that not only in the meditation, but actually saying the words, right? And that allows that energy to move, right? And you can do that. You can also write a letter that you do not send, that safely you burn and scatter the ashes in the earth, right? Or it's called the unsent letter, right? Or just if it's somebody who's in your life and something you need to say, do it. The chariot says, go ahead and do it. Say what you need to say at this time. All right, and now let's look at the heart chakra. And the heart chakra here, the Three of Wands. All right, the heart chakra, the um, energy center of our love, right? And the Three of Wands, we have this card of expansion, right? Of looking at the future, of really, really expansion. And the Three of Wands is just like before, wants you to look at everything that you have in front of you, everything that's possible, right? So this card is expansion, about allow your heart to grow beyond your fears. This is very important for this card, right? It's a card of expansion, of growth here in the heart chakra. So it would tell you, allow your heart to grow beyond your fears. What are you fearful of right now that you can pour love into and say, there is no reason to be afraid. Just I need to expand my love, right? So it's growth, expansion, look at the future with optimism and with love. Expand beyond your fears right now. And let's look at that. Oops, we turned the little fairy around. All right, let's look at that solar plexus energy here. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wheels, and the Major Arcana 15, the Devil card. So Major Arcana. But who answers our call is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is that grounded feminine energy, right? That is loving, that is nurturing, but that is very grounded, very practical, right? And what would this queen advice be towards our self-esteem, our creativity, everything that's around that solar plexus? And the queen's advice is to take a very practical approach to what we want right now, right? So look at it in whatever it is that you want. What's your goal? What are you trying to create, to bring to life, right? And also the steps that you need to take for that. So what is a very practical approach, right? So be very centered in what the things you need to do. Just do them. It is not a time to daydream about something or to plan or to pour emotion into this, but this queen is about being practical at the same time that you nurture yourself and you nurture the things that you are trying to bring to life, right? So you give your love, your attention, and your actions, right? So being very practical in your approach. And the devil card, this major arcana that is so feared, and there is nothing good or bad about any of the tarot cards. They are just giving us advice. So the spirit of this card is telling us, is supporting the message of be practical in your approach. So nurture the things that you want at this time. Spend your time and your energy on the things that you care about, but be practical on your approach and try to be moderate. Do not go into extremes, right? The devil is all about not going, is a card that tells you if you go into extremes, you're going out of balance. So this time is about being practical and not going into extremes. That means having moderation and patience in your approach. So what things do you want right now in life? What are you trying to create? What are you trying to grow? What is that fire in your tummy telling you, right? And how can you put more of your time, of your attention, and your intentions into it? And take practical steps towards it. And the devil is saying, wait, but what can you do to be moderate and not throw yourself out of balance, right? So, a moderate approach. And now let's look at the sacral chakra. And remember, the sacral chakra is a card that, it's a chakra that's very in tune with that solar plexus one. And who answers our call? The Six of Cups and the Queen of Wands, supporting the Six of Cups. So here we have the water element, right? And the Six of Cups, they are usually things from the past that we need to bring into the present, right? It's a card of memories and or lessons learned, things that impacted us emotionally, but it's not in a negative way. The Six of Cups are positive memories, right? So we have that this queen here of wheels, this very practical, grounded queen, is telling us to take steps to approach the things that we want and that we are trying to bring to life in a very practical way, to be moderate. But the Six of Cups tells us, and there is something from the past, a lesson, something that impacted you, something that you can still remember, right? That you need to bring forth, right? So that memory, that lesson, is something that you learned in the past, and in the past could be last month, last week, last year, 10 years ago. Something that when you think something I learned in the past that I could use this time with what's going on in my life, with what I'm trying to create. That's how you need to look at it. And the Queen of Wands is saying it's something from your past, a lesson that will serve you right now. And the queen, that it is this feminine energy, but it's the wands, it's fire, is a very passionate queen, is telling you not only once you remember, put it in this moment, take those practical steps forward, right? Tend to it, put your attention in the things that you want, but remember that this area is the fire in the stomach. So this queen says, be passionate about the things that you want. Really feel that you want them. Apply lessons from the past. Be moderate in your thinking and be practical as well, without forgetting that the passion, the fire in your belly, is your intention. And what does the root chakra? Ooh, the Tower card. That's another card that makes us a little bit wary here. The Tower card, don't be afraid of it. It is the shattering of illusions. So remember, the root chakra is all about security. And the Tower says, do not expect things that were built in a bad foundation to give you security, right? So if you are trying to feel secure in areas that were not built the right way, so relationships that are not stable, jobs that are not stable, do not put your security in that. Put your security in whatever was built to last, right? So build things to last, build security around things, and do not focus on things that do not give you security. So, right now, what are the things that you feel more secure about, right? And what are the things that give you a sense of insecurity in your life, right? So, the things that make you feel secure, maybe there are those things that are important to hold on to. So, right now, your reading is telling us it is a time not for a lot of big decisions, but to observe a lot. Not to focus on the bad, but to hold on to what's important. To allow the blessings and the things that make our heart happy to be guiding us. To have conversations or say the things that we've been stopping ourselves from saying, to expand our love into all the possibilities the future can bring, and to make sure that we take a practical approach to creating the life that we want in moderation, right? And also, what lessons from the past can be applied to the present moment. Be passionate about where you're going, but also do not rely on things that were not built right. So, if your relationship is important, if your job is important, whatever it is that you really think that you need to hold on to, build a solid foundation around it. And that will make your energy in that root chakra also flow better, because you will feel more secure. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message. These chakra readings are very long, so thank you, thank you, thank you for staying here. And if you want us to look at your particular situation, this is a general reading for the collective. So for your particular situation, reach out, ask me about my services. I offer online sessions that can be done uh, anywhere in the world, phone, video call, or even chat, as well as pre-recorded readings. So remember, reach out if you want me to book the session for you. Go to my website or ask me for more. I'm very happy to answer any questions that you have. And now let's look at that purple fairy and this other beautiful deck that we have. All right, let's move things around. And we have this purple fairy and beautiful deck. I am very excited about this deck, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is one of my newest decks. And it is by, let me pronounce it right, let me actually show you the box. So this is the box, the Tarot of Light. And the artwork is by Tony Carmine Salerno, that it is one of my favorite artists. I have either all or almost all his oracle decks, and his art is, to me, is very inspiring. He's a very intuitive artist, and it's just beautiful. He's very spiritual, he's very mystical, right? Works a lot with angels. And so I found his tarot deck. And this tarot deck is, besides the backs are very pretty, it has like this velvety feel about it. It's a large deck. It's all of this. I'm missing words because what I want to say is how much I love it. So it's my newest deck and it has become one of my favorites. I do have a lot of favorite decks, but it really speaks to me. So I hope you will enjoy it because it has a very mystical and angelic feel to it, and even otherworldly. Very, very beautiful. But let's get started. All right. So, yeah, because I get talking about my decks and then I lose track. All right, let's move it around. I did prepare it before we got started, and now we're just going to set the intention and tell the cards what it is that we want. Please give us guidance, advice, and insight towards our energy. So, our 7 energy centers, starting with the crown, finishing with the root chakra. Any guidance, advice, and insight you can give us in love, in light, for our highest good. All right. So, let's see. Here we have our crown chakra. Oh, and 3 cards. I honor them all. Want to come out for that third eye. And let's just put them so we make sure I honor them all here like this. And we have now our throat chakra. 2 cards for the throat chakra. We'll put them down here. The heart. This will be the heart chakra. The solar plexus. That heart, sacral chakra, and now our root chakra. All right, so perfect. So let's get started with, let me move it around a little bit. My goodness, I really do need more space here. All right, let's begin with the crown chakra. And you got the Knight of Angels. So the angels here in this deck are the swords, right? And look how beautiful he is, right? And it says the Watcher. So the Knight of Angels is the Knight of Swords. This is the air element, and it is action, because nights are always about action, right? But this night is about taking actions with our words, allowing also our thoughts, right, to lead us into action. And this night would ask you, so right now, what are your thoughts telling you that is important to take action upon, right? So, what thoughts have you been having lately, or are you having, that are telling you to do something, right? So, this card here in the crown chakra is telling you this inspiration comes from above. So, these thoughts, see it as divine inspiration. So you're being guided into doing something, right? Perhaps is finally asking someone out. Perhaps is putting more energy into your project. Perhaps is spending time with your children. Perhaps it is going on that vacation, purchasing that home, getting a new car, getting something fixed, going to the doctor. What is something that keeps coming into your mind, right? Um, the Knight of Angels is telling you you're being divinely guided. Take action towards that thing. All right. And now let's put these cards in order here like this, because this is our sacral, our third eye chakra, that it is intuition. Wow. You got major arcana, major advice, the star. And who's supporting the star? What other cards are supporting the star? The Three of Angels, that's the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Angels, the Ten of Swords. So a lot of swords, a lot of thinking and in the intellectual. But these cards are supporting the star, right? And the star, hope. Yes. So the major arcana 17, the star, is all about hope and faith. And look how lovely this card is, right? And it's always telling us there is a star guiding us. We are being guided by the divine all the time. And it's interesting that here I was just talking about it, right? How you need to take action towards something that's in your mind. And the star here in your third eye chakra is telling you, yes, your intuition is very heightened at this time, right? It's very heightened. But look at this. You got a lot of angels, that it's swords. So this is telling you a lot of your intuition right now. You're feeling it in your thoughts. So intuition can be felt different, right? Sometimes is sensing something, sometimes it's in feeling in a certain way. And this time for you is telling you your intuition is speaking in your thoughts, right? So pay attention to your thoughts here on what to act. But the star is telling you you are really being guided at this time, and there are thoughts that you need to really pay attention to. And here, the Three of Swords is this card that sometimes can feel. Sad, because in traditional tarot you have that heart with the three swords piercing it, right? But here the Three of Angels is giving us advice, right? And it's a message, clarification. So it's saying you are divinely guided, and your thoughts right now are pointing to the right direction, right? Think of or what are those thoughts telling you that is affecting you, right? So if there are thoughts right now that are pointing to something that hurts or something that feels uncomfortable, make sure that you talk to your angels, you talk to your spirit guardians, and ask for that clarification. It says, you see the Ten of Angels, something that hurts, something that has hurt, something that is painful to think about, is done with, right? You have the protection of your spirit tribe, and is telling you, look at what thoughts are coming in that are telling you what to do. Go ahead. Remember, this was the Knight of Angels. Take those steps forward. Not only this, remember that your intuition may be pointing out to what needs to be healed, right, at this time. But know that when you bring your fears, your anxiety, your pain to God, or to the Great Spirit, or to your angels and to your spirit guides, when you ask for help from above, you will see that not only you're supported and guided, but any fears, any anxiety, any pain will be taken care of. But listen to your thoughts, because your thoughts are guiding you at this time spiritually. And remember, you're not alone. So hope is there. Very beautiful message, very comforting message that is really wanting you to know that you are not alone at this time. And anything that you have not healed, that needs to be healed, that you need support with, that Your spirit tribe is there. Those angels are there. And to listen to the thoughts that are guiding you on the steps forward. Very beautiful. Now, we are looking at the throat chakra, and we have the King of Trees. So, trees is pentacles in this beautiful deck, right? And it says the architect. So, the King of Pentacles, he's a king that is grounded, right? That is practical and takes care of the things in their life, right? And it is being supported by the Seven of Stars, and stars is the fire element wands, right? That it is faith. All right. So, what is the King of Trees telling us about our communication at this time and that throat chakra, right? And the King of Trees is all about being grounded. So it is saying, all right, before you speak right now, before you bring certain things that even if they need to be expressed, yes, express them, but ground yourself like this king. He's very grounded. He's very in touch with himself. He has a very practical approach, right? And is somebody that you would not that you would see as patient, right? That patient energy that speaks calmly. And this is what he's advising right now. Speak calmly, slow down, ground your energy before you speak, right? Make sure that you are calm and regulated. And the Seven of Stars, right? That is the Seven of Wands. It is remember to be an advocate for yourself. So the Seven of Wands is the defender card, right? And it says, remember to advocate for yourself and for your needs. So I am getting from these top chakras that right now, first of all, you are very supported, right? Just by having picked this deck tells me there is a special sensitivity about you. And it's reminding you you're being supported and guided by above. You have a wonderful spirit team that are there for you, that want you to know that any pain, any anxiety, any fear, you're being very supported with it, and that everything will be calm and it's coming to an end. To speak up, but speak slowly, gently, and ground yourself, and to make sure you advocate for your needs at this time. Above all, your thoughts are bringing you messages. So pay attention to your thoughts, ground and center, advocate for yourself, and pray and talk to your angels and your spirit team a lot. Very beautiful. Now let's look at your heart chakra. And who answers the Nine of Stars? That it is the Nine of Wands. And it says perseverance. Yes, perseverance. The Nine of Wands is that card that is the last push before getting to the culmination, the Ten of Wands, where everything is done. Has achieved, right? So perseverance. So when it comes to your heart energy, to that energy around your heart chakra, the Nine of Wands wants you to not give up on not only yourself, but not give up on others, right? It's telling you there are some relationships that are important to save right now. Do not give up on what love can do. Love for yourself, love for others, right? The energy of love can heal and is the most miraculous energy of all. So do not give up. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on, perhaps there is somebody here that needs to no, do not give up on an important relationship in your life, right? Know that feed it love. And if any of you have a relationship or somebody in their lives that they love very much, but they are not in their lives in the sense that they do not talk to them. Send love to this person. Love can heal. Love can make amends, right? So do not give up on yourself. on some important relationships and give a lot of love to yourself and to others by the way you speak and the way you do not give up hope. All right. Faith, remember. And now let's look at that solar plexus, right? And we have the Eight of Stars, and it says surge. So stars here again, the wands, right? And the Eight of Wands is that card of momentum, right? And here is telling us that around things that we can bring to life, right? And not only this, but ways that we can grow as a person and grow our confidence in how we handle the world and things around us is growing. And there is a momentum for it. So there is a very special momentum creatively, right? So for bringing things forward that you want. And I wanted to look at the sacral chakra because the sacral chakra and the solar plexus go together. And here we have the Six of Hearts. That is the Six of Cups, and it's the past, right? And before we got this card here as well in the other deck for those of you who picked the yellow fairy before. And it's the past, it's looking at the past and seeing some lessons from the past, some things that can help us as we in the present and as we move forward to the future. So a big momentum here, right? A big momentum towards things that can come into life, that you're creating the life that you want. There is a big momentum of moving forward. Now there are some lessons or some things from the past that can serve you at this time. And what is the root chakra? And the root chakra is the queen of trees, right? And that's the queen of pentacles. Here we got the king, now we got the queen, the nurturer, right? And this queen wants you to nurture yourself right now, pretty much. She's a very practical and grounded queen, right? So she's not the queen of cups in the sense of self-care, but right now she's saying, because this is the root chakra, it is to tend to things in your life, in your home, and in your body. So make sure that you are practicing self-care, making sure that your house feels comfortable for you, that it's kind of a sacred space for you right now, and to tend to these things around you to create comfort and take care of yourself, take care of your body. You got a beautiful reading, very beautiful. And if intuitively you picked this deck, it shows a special sensitivity because this deck calls sensitive souls, I think. And very beautiful that you're being guided right now. Pay attention to these thoughts you're having, that they may come as ideas, right, or things to do right now. So thoughts, pay attention to the thoughts that are constructive and that are moving you forward, right? And if there are any thoughts that are pointing to pain, remember it's maybe time for healing. Talk to your angels, talk to those spirit tribe that you have right now. Pause before speaking and advocate for yourself. There is a momentum for you to create the life of your dreams. There are some lessons that are in the past that you may need to revisit. Tend to your body, your home, your spaces by practicing self-care, making your house pretty, right? And the Nine of Stars, this Nine of Wands, is do not give up on certain relationships. Do not give up on the power that love has to heal you, to heal your life, and to heal relationships. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. There may be somebody who needs to hear it. And tell me, what deck did you pick, right? Give the comments below. And make sure you're getting the notifications as we have different things, different days of the week. So Sundays, we get the energy forecast for the week. Mondays, we have work and career tarot. Tuesdays, we have love and relationships. Wednesdays, we have angel, I have angels in my mind now, oracle card messages. Thursdays, we have the energy read that we look at the 7 major chakras. And Fridays, tomorrow, we're going to look at the weekend guidance and weekend messages that we have from Spirit. And please get those notifications on. And you also have reach out if you want us to look in depth at your particular situation. Remember, I offer private online sessions that can be done by video call, phone, or chat, as well as pre recorded readings. I'm a board certified coach and a board certified holistic practitioner specializing in energy healing. I have a master's in psychology and I've been a tarotist, a professional tarot reader for 30 years. So reach out if you want to book, if you want more information, or go to my website or my Gumroad storefront. And thank you for being here. This has been a very long video. These chakra readings always are. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Brightest blessings.